Hey all, welcome to SLB Drinks. I am Kurt. This is Trenton. Trenton, I have one question for you. Just one. You can handle one. Are you ready for some Wild Turkey Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
Wild Turkey Wednesday, baby. You got me on the Michter's Monday a few times. So today I'm going to get you with this Wild Turkey Wednesday.
It didn't even compute. I believe you just picked this up. And Kurt's been really busy because one of his guys was out, or he just got out of the hospital.
Yeah.
Things have been busy. You know, we're all over the place. I don't even really know what's happening right now. So
We're all over the place.
I'm hoping you did some research and you know what we're reviewing, because I don't.
Well, the brand new Master's Keep just came out, and it seems weird because Harry seems to have it a little bit ahead of schedule this time, which usually doesn't happen in our area.
No, I was on a text thread. I was on that text thread with Harry, and he was like, "Hey, the Master's Keep's coming." Yeah, the beacon. And I was like, "That seems really early," which is cool. Indiana's always behind the 8 ball or the soccer ball or whatever.
The 8 ball.
Yeah. So okay, well, yeah, we're
I'll take
a good spot today.
We don't usually get those lucky breaks like that, but I'll take it. I mean, I don't know for sure. I just haven't seen it talked about much over YouTube and other places as well. So maybe I'm wrong.
Well, let's hope it's good.
Yeah. So Masters Keep the Beacon, supposedly, Trenton. This is the last one.
I was just going to ask you, because I've heard the rumblings that this is
supposed to be.
They're either taking a break, and David Jennings is probably going to watch this. So David, please let us know in the comments, because you know for sure. I think I read from him this is either they're taking a little bit of a break.
Yes, I heard that
from
too.
the Master's Keep, or this is it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We probably won't see any for a couple of years. I'm pretty confident of that. It may be the last one, and maybe not, but we won't see it for a while. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell, obviously. And when we were with David there not too long ago, a week or so ago, we were doing the barrel pick, which is incredible. But David, thank you for all that.
Yeah, that was
He invited us. It was his pick.
Yeah.
He invited us to collaborate with that. And while we were down there, he popped it on us. It'll be for... a lot of it will go to benefit Riley's Children's Hospital charity drive, which we'll have some information coming on that. It's coming up on us. So thank you, David. But when we were talking down there, Bruce Russell was helping us with our tastings there, and he was talking a lot about different special releases that are going to be coming up that sound incredible, by the way.
I really like when we get to do. We've only done 2 picks at Wild Turkey. Both have been collabs with Josh and Aaron from Stuff and Whiskey, and Marcus at the Bourbon Judge, and now David.
Yeah.
But it's always cool because Bruce, whether he should or not, gives us and he's not like, hey, this is exactly what's coming out. But he drops little nuggets of information about what to expect in the coming years, and it sounds really cool. So I'm looking forward to that.
But what I'm trying to say in that conversation, there was really nothing said about a Master's Keep.
That is true.
So I just take that as it is, what it is.
That's true.
This one here, Trent, and I love this. I'm pretty excited. I don't know if you could tell.
I can tell.
I'm pretty excited because they didn't mess around with this one. They didn't try to do anything funky. They didn't try to do a finish. It's just straight up bourbon in here. This is a blend of 10 and 16-year-old bourbon. Of course, we don't know the exact percentages of the blend, and that's okay. I'm good with that because these boys know what they're doing.
They do.
Over there at Wild Turkey. That's it, buddy. 10 and 16-year-old blend, Beacon, Master's Keep. One last tidbit for you. And I'm sure Bruce was listening to you and Eddie a long time ago about proof. This one's 118 proof.
I'm glad you brought that up.
118 proof.
Because
it's pretty high for Wild Turkey with the barrel entry.
You'll see on a video that we're going to come out with on Monday. Usually we don't know what we're filming until like right now when we're doing the video. But I do have a video planned for Monday of another distillery that listened to me and took my advice on a proof matter that I had brought up years ago. So stay tuned for Monday.
I can't wait for that.
I know. This is the highest proof though, right?
Yes, I believe that's the highest proof of anything I've gotten from Wild Turkey. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I was thinking about that on the drive home. And I know, Trenton, what the 15-year was about 115 something proof.
What's the 15-year?
The
17?
No, on the Master's Keep you're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm talking about in general.
Oh, yeah, I just meant from the Master's Keep.
These are all the Master's Keep here. Is definitely the highest proof for
That's
sure.
What I thought. The next one is
for
the Cornerstone. Sure. The Cornerstone, I realize I'm talking away from the mic. The Cornerstone at 109.
Yeah.
So this is neat. It smells fantastic.
It smells delightful. I will say that. And I haven't even stuck my nose in the glass yet. Lord help me. That's some glorious wild turkey funk.
It is. Okay. What's the price? Because I know you picked this up from Harry.
Yeah, and I didn't ask you to look up what the MSRP is on this, but at Harry's it was $2.99.
Okay.
So it's a couple of dollars. There's no question about that. It's a couple of dollars, as most all of Wild Turkey's special releases are right now.
And not to I don't know what I'm even trying to say here, but now is the time of the year where you got like the Old Forester birthday bourbons and the Four Roses and a lot of these larger distilleries coming out with their bottles that range from $200 to $300. Yeah. Not to back up Wild Turkey, because you guys know that
we've talked about it in depth,
right,
in past videos,
right. And I'm no stranger to ripping on Wild Turkey or anybody else, or for that matter. But
we just talked about it pretty much in depth on Monday, and that wasn't Trenton's idea. My whole head morphed into that direction, and he just, he's a kind kid, and he just let me go with it.
I'm just chilling.
It wasn't even a part of anything we even talked about. I just went there. So today I'm not going to go there with that. I'm going to see what we have here. I'm going to hopefully enjoy it immensely. As we all know, what's worth $300 these days when it comes to whiskey and bourbon. So we'll leave it at that.
We haven't even talked about the nose. It smells fantastic. It's honestly like Russell's 15 on steroids.
You know what this one kind of reminds me more of? Reminds me of more of Rare Breed on steroids to me. That char in there is just that oak, that Wild Turkey oak. That's what I referred to as the funk when I first, is glorious. It really is nice. There's some vanilla in here that I'm smelling as well. That's coming through nicely. You get that Wild Turkey, and I don't get as much of the sweet and sour as I do sometimes. I don't get as much right here, right now. No, there's like a dark jammy fruit going on in there too, of some sort for me.
David, I have a question for you if you're watching. Jennings, is Rare Breed? Because I was just saying, like, what if they did an age-stated Rare Breed? Would that be Russell's 15? Because they're all the same mash bill, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because Rare Breed's a blend.
Yeah,
but there's the sweetness is amped a little bit more than the regular Rare Breed shelf version.
This is jammy.
But I guess for me, that char, I just love it in here. It is jammy.
Maybe that's why the box has a bunch of char on it.
You guys have to see. This is by far the best box of Master's Keep that I've ever seen. I love the black with the gold. I think that makes that turkey pop on the front. Master's Keep. You probably can't tell the detail in the camera too much. Maybe if you pause and you enlarge the screen.
There you go. Wow, look at that.
But there's some dimension to the box too that's really reminiscent for me as barrel char.
100%.
And I love that. This is really one. I don't really keep boxes, but I'll probably keep this one. Lord. You see where I'm coming from on the sip when I'm saying an amped up Rare Breed.
Yes.
That char in here is wonderful. I don't really get that healthy and beautiful char note from the Russell's 15 as I do from here. The oak in here is just divine.
That jammy fruitiness note in this is bonkers good, dude.
I'm getting it this time. My first sip, I was trucked with that barrel char, that glorious barrel char. That second sip, you're right, Trent. That jamminess is really coming through. I'm not quite getting the vanilla. I got a little bit of vanilla on the nose. I'm not quite getting that through the palate as much.
No, I really don't.
But this is the first sip. I just picked it up today, guys.
I really don't. I think the fruit and it, dude, this is juicy. Whatever the review that we did was when you said it, I think it was a Jack Daniels video. This is the mouthfeel on this is just dynamite. Mm-hmm. It is very well balanced. The proof point on this I absolutely love. I am really glad that they did this, because I could see this. If you water it down a little bit, it's going to lose a lot of that like really unctuous fruit jam type of a thing. There's a nice like caramely sweetness in it. I do get a really nice oak, but the barrel char on this is fantastic.
Seriously, I that's how I relate to this release. And I love, you guys know this, I love Wild Turkey Rare Breed. And for this bottle to be that viscous, oily, with miraculous mouthfeel, along with that amped up barrel char, it just hits all the right notes for me. You throw in that jamminess that's there, it's just, it has some depth to it. It has some gumption to it. Some
Gumption?
grit to it.
Gumption?
Yeah.
I've never even heard that word in my life.
Gumption.
Is that real?
And grit to it.
Well, I've heard grit before.
Yeah.
I've never had grits though.
Yeah.
Grits. Actually, no, I have a cracker.
Yeah, this is one of those bourbons I should be drinking with like one of Kent's Dixon flannels with it buttoned down here with like my chest hair hanging out, drinking this.
Well, shameless plug here. Kent is actually working on a Dixon collab.
I didn't even think about that when I said
that might be coming soon. So Kent's been hard at work. We'll talk about it more when we start getting the fabric samples and stuff, because a lot of you guys have been saying, where's the merch, where are the shirts, where are the Glens? We're working on it. Kent's working on it very hard. It's
got character. This bourbon has character.
It is. There was only one other time when we did a top 5 of the year that a Master's Keep made it in.
I agree.
I can't remember which one.
Now, I will say, I thought about it just for a second on the way home trip. Excuse me. But the Revival has won a couple of blinds for us way back in the day, but that's finished.
Is that the sherry?
Yeah, it's finished. And personally, I've always loved the 17 year and the Bottle and Bond. I haven't been as much in favor of some of the other things they did. As everybody knows, we're not going to beat it to death here. I wasn't a massive fan of the rum finish Voyage. I wasn't a massive fan of the Boo Rye that they put out, the Burr Rye. That's me though. I'm usually not a big fan of a Boer Rye. That one's not too bad, but there's only a couple of them. Oh, well, yeah. Most of them have been pretty decent, but this is there's a few that I can say were top level for me, but this might take the cake. I know it's my first sip, first pop. I get all that, but this one might be the best, the very best.
The proof elevates this.
You know what? This reminds me a little bit of the Generations.
Yes.
That I told you not to get, but you got anyways because you knew I'd want it. That's how he does. I told him don't get it because I think it was like freaking $500.
It was a birthday present.
And he got it anyways. But it has a little bit of that depth and darkness to it a little bit more. So does this one.
You know what? I'm tempted. Maybe we'll do something for Patreon, or let us know if you guys want to see it, because it is going to be. My idea is expensive. Generations versus Russell's 15 versus this Master's Keep. A 3-way blind.
Hey, we got to do a blind on Friday. I mean, if you want to see it, and I know that. Say, listen, why am I going to go right back where I was on Monday? I know these bottles are a lot of money, guys. If you don't want to see it, just please be honest. Say, forget it. I don't want to see it. But if you'd like to see it, let us know. We gotta figure out what we're doing for Friday for a blind. And I could pick my absolute favorites of Wild Turkey and see what happens. I don't know.
Because I could honestly say
it's good, buddy.
That might be better than Russell's 15.
Yeah.
We're gonna let that open up a little bit and see,
might.
because I think it's gonna give it a run for the money. But at this point, regardless, I think this deserves a spot in the top 5 allocated, or a running when we do the rankings and stuff. Absolutely. With Kent and Just, because this is fantastic.
Yeah, that's saying a lot for Trenton, because he's not typically your Wild Turkey guy though on a soapbox and loves it. So
I really try, and all joking aside with Wild Turkey and Four Roses and all those other brands that don't necessarily fit my palate preferences.
Nothing wrong with that.
This is very well executed, and it's very good. I try and go into all these tastings, regardless if I like what's normally from the brand or not, with an open mind. And this especially with the proof point, that kind of perked my interest up front, anyways. But
yeah, if I can say this,
kudos to Wild Turkey for this.
Trying to wrap it up here. I hope this is the last one they do. I hope it is. because it's like going out at your best.
I'm gonna bring this up, even though it's an unpopular opinion. It's like when Maker's Mark did their FAE 01 and 02, I think were the last two until they did the BEP. They should have just stopped. BEP was one of the worst.
You're gonna get arguments, buddy.
I know.
A lot of them that liked it quite a bit.
I know, and I would love for you to roast me in the comments. I would, but I wish they would have ended on the FAE 01 and 2 instead of doing a singular release of the BEP. I do hope this is the last. Not because I usually don't like the Master's Keeps.
No,
but because this would be a fantastic, like, a fantastic curtain closing type of a bottle for this.
You go out on top, I think that's what a way. Yeah. Like when I walk away from drywall one day, Trenton, I want to walk away from the job that I just dialed in and got crisp corners and sucker looks good. And I'm going to walk away and go, yep, I'm good.
What are we going to do for that? Your last drywall job?
I don't know. It's not even in my brain. I have no idea, but that day will come. That day will come. Hopefully it will at some point.
Well, I'm just about done with 2 glasses of this. I don't think I've ever poured. I know for a fact I've never poured 2 Wild Turkey products in succession on a review. So,
well, guys, hey, that's all we got for today. Really, I enjoyed this immensely, and I wouldn't lie to you. I promise you on that. If it was horrible, I'd tell you it's horrible. I don't care what brand or what distillery, or I don't care of any of that stuff.
Trust me, I'd tell you too.
The community will always hold first place in what we do here at SLB, but I'm glad you're able to attend with us and go through the tasting with us. I always love that. I always love to be able to take our first taste and be incredible, and everybody to share that with us. That was really neat. So once again, $300 mark. It's a consumer thing. I'm not going on the road. I'm not doing it. It's a consumer thing. I'll promise you this. I'm going to have plenty of memories from that bottle. I'll promise you that.
And that's what it's all about.
Is it worth it? In the grand respect, what whiskey is truly worth that? But on the other hand, is it worth it to you, the consumer, the one who has the bottle? That's what's most important. And for me, it will be. For me.
Love it.
So, all right, guys, that's all we got for you today. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. We'll see you next time. Right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you there.